All right, gang, we're going to be working on page 1 of worksheet 1.4b. We're going to measure and classify angles. These first couple questions just ask some simple directions. They just ask you to name the vertex of the angle that's provided in number 1. They ask you to tell me if it's acute or obtuse. They just ask you to name the sides of that. An important part of this lesson is defining these terms. These are the terms that you need for the whole lesson. So make sure that you know acute, straight, right, and obtuse. You will find all of those definitions in your notes packet. Make sure that you understand those and you get those written down. Then we're going to move on. We're going to pause right here and we're going to go to the bottom part of the worksheet and we're going to work on the starred questions in case you're having trouble. All right, for these questions, we're going to be classifying the angle with the given measure as acute, obtuse, right, and straight. Make sure that you have all of those definitions written down from above. Remember that acute angles are angles that are less than 90 degrees. Obtuse angles are angles that are greater than 90 degrees. Right angles are equal to 90 degrees. And straight angles are angles that are equal to 180 degrees. So for this first section, we are going to be, I guess we're down here, classify the given angle as acute, obtuse, straight, or right. In this diagram, the one thing that I want you to notice is that we have this little 90 degrees right here, and we have AFE, that's a straight line. Anytime you take a straight line and you take 90 degrees on one side, that means you have to have 90 degrees on the other side, because 90 plus 90 is equal to 180. And I think that's going to be helpful here in our questions that we do. Working on the first starred question right here, number 10, we're looking for angle DFA. When you're working through one of these problems, put your pencil on D, then trace to F, and then trace to A. And the angle that you're looking for is the angle that is between the two black lines. Now we notice that we have 90 degrees in there and we are a little bit past 90 degrees. So that makes this angle obtuse because 90 plus something is more than 90. Then we're going to work on question number 11 right here. Before we do that, let me erase some of our work here so we don't get confused. Question number 11 says that we are going to be looking for the angle AFB. Again, we're going to put our pencil on A and then trace to F and then come back and trace to B. So we start at A, then we trace to F, then we trace to B, and it's the part in between the red lines. That is our angle, and that was less than the 90 degrees that we had from before, so that makes that angle acute. What I want you to do is pause and work on the rest of those, and then we can jump in and we can work on 17, 20, and 23 here if you're still struggling. All right, for 17, 20, and 23, they are asking us to do, asking us to give another name for the angle in the diagram. Tell whether the angle appears to be acute, obtuse, right, or straight. So they want us to do two things: give another name and decide what kind of angle it is. So question 17 right here is talking about LKJ. Notice that this picture is now a triangle, so it's just a little bit different than the straight line we had before. We put our pencil on L, then we trace to K, and then we trace up to J. And that means that we are going past this 90 degrees right here. We're going all the way. And so that means that our angle is obtuse. And if we want to name this angle a different way, instead of LKJ, we could start here at the outside and we can name it backwards. We could call that angle JKL. Just name it backwards. All right, let me erase this guy here. And we're going to move on to question 20. They're talking about angle MKL. Again, we start at M and then we go to K and then to L. So we put our pencil on M, trace down to K, trace over to L, and notice that the angle between the blue lines is the 90-degree box angle. So that is a right angle. And another way to name that angle instead of starting at M would be to start at L and name it backwards. So we have angle LKM. If we look down at question 23, this will help us answer why we couldn't call those angles angle K. It says, why can't we identify angle K or angle M? And if you look at the diagram, angle K has 3 lines that come out of it. Same with angle M. There's this one and then the other 2. If you were looking at angle L, notice that there are only 2 lines that come out of it. Angle L just has 1 angle there. And if you look at angle J, it also just has 1 angle there. But when we look at angle K, there are actually 3 angles there. We have the little one, we have the right angle, and we have both of them put together. So because there's more than 1 angle there, we cannot name angle K, nor can we name angle M, because again, we have 1 angle, 2 angles, and all 3 angles. So why can't we identify K or M? There is more than 1 angle at the vertex. All right, we're going to pause right there. And if you have questions, you can check out the next video for page 2.